Hello, 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 friends, family, YouTube community. Just gotta say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel and has taken an interest in the journey that I am on to my bodysuit tattoo. It's going to be a slow, progressive one, so I appreciate your patience. Also, being new to the YouTube community and sharing this journey, I even more so appreciate your patience in my uploading and its inconsistency, and it may be that way for a little bit more until I can get a better handle on my personal life schedule and kind of wiggle this. And today has been such an awesome day. I thought I would share a little glimpse of a little factor in it that does made it so awesome, and that is the fact that I recently broke up with coffee. And if you've seen any of my prior videos, I talk about decaf and that I only drink decaf coffee, and that was such a long-lasting relationship of mine. I went from really strong espresso coffees, and then I was a barista and a bartender for a long time. So drinks have always been my thing. I love making drinks, and especially when I find one that's really good, and I like to share it with my friends. So I was really blessed today to have two of my closest and dearest friends stop out and come visit me and hang out with me at the studio and get a glimpse of the little community. And it was so nice to share that with them. And neither one of them had tried matcha before. So I switched out coffee for matcha, and you guys, it's fantastic. It took a minute for all of my things that I ordered to come in, and little by little, they all started coming back in. This was one of my favorite drinks to make for clientele and for myself. It's, the green goodness and my favorite thing right now. I have to say that, no, I'm not promoting this for any other reason that it's making me feel good. It's making me happy. And I was able to share it with my two closest and bestest friends. So I figured I would share it with you. They asked me if I would do some sort of a TikTok video or just a reel, just do something and show that I will never remember this whole process. And they were also a little bit shocked that this is something that I do multiple times a day now. Back in the day when we would hang out, they would come over to visit me and I would have a giant pot of coffee on. And then last year when I moved to this studio and one of them came over, I made her a pour over, a decaf pour over, because I was so proud and happy on how I had perfected that process, and I was tricking my mind completely. And it's decaf, it tasted wonderful, and she was thoroughly impressed with my pour over decaf. So now we're leaving that behind. Coffee is a thing of the past. I honestly don't even have a craving for it, which for me is strange. I am seeing a clean, clear energy burst that doesn't have me feeling like jittery or giving me any kind of heart palpitations. I am doing what I can to just feel better. And when I find something that makes me feel better, I'm going to go ahead and share it with you. So I thought it would be nice to come on and go through this little process with you. I ordered the Japanese whisk, which is really cool. It is made from one stalk of bamboo. It is a really beautiful, fun thing to use. So the process is fairly simple. I did skip a step on this, and I have been skipping this step, and that is sifting your matcha. That is part of the traditional ceremonial thing, is to sift it. I have found that eliminating that step isn't hurting the flavor or my drink. I don't know. It's one less thing that I just am not doing right now. I used to do it. Now I'm not. So I start off with just boiling some water and getting all of my things together, and that includes my matcha, my honey, my vanilla extract. I get the kettle ready, of course, the hand whisk and my little tin so that I can whisk my milk up too as well. That is a little factor that just adds that nice coffee house touch, is having that cold frothy milk on top. So yes, I get all of my ingredients and things together while the water is boiling. One of the steps that I do is grab a extra coffee cup. I put just a little bit of water, and once that water has hit that hard boil, that's when I'll go ahead and put that whisk in there. What that tends to do is kind of help it open up and bloom up like a little flower. And you'll see that the more you use your whisk, the more it kind of blossoms. It, as you can see, like I can't express how good the unique flavor is. It's something that you can't just substitute. You have to create it, and once you do, you get, if you connect with it and your palate tends to like those flavors, different people are going to say different things, but so far everyone I have made this for has absolutely loved it and been uniquely and pleasantly surprised. So that's a really good, cool feeling as well. Okay, so back to that. So yes, we're sitting the little whisk in the water and allowing it to bloom open. And in the meantime, we gather I pour out, I kind of just count in my head and kind of have now gotten to the point where I can guess my sweetness on the honey. So I'm not really measuring it out anymore. I apologize. Play with the honey and find the sweetness balance that you enjoy for your palate. Different flavor. So, okay. At this point, I get my honey in my little bowl. I also add just enough water to kind of cover that honey. And I'll just take a spoon and mix it all up, melt it down. We're basically creating a nice little simple syrup. And that is our sweetener for our amazing matcha tea latte iced. So here we go. Once that is done, here is my beautiful heaping teaspoon, a beautiful heaping spoon of the amazing ground matcha powder. That is just, So we've got this. We are adding that into that honey simple syrup that we've created. And you're just going to whisk that with that beautiful Japanese bamboo whisk. Whisk it. I whisk mine probably for around 2 minutes or so. You'll start to see it get this beautiful frothiness on top of it, almost like if you would have used your hand mixer. Different people use a hand mixer. So if you have a hand mixer or a fork, that's something that, a fork will work. It's just a little more effort, but you're going to want to whisk for about 2 minutes or so until you start seeing, depending, I guess, on how quickly you're going. It's going to just vary. So find and play with it. Start to see those foamies, and you've broken down that powder, and you're no longer seeing any more green lumps. And it is nice and dissolved into your honey simple syrup, now creating this lovely green tonic magical potion happy water. And this point is where I will grab some ice, and we cool down that really hot thing. All we're using that boiling hot water for is to make our honey simple syrup, along with dissolve the matcha powder. This point, I will mix it all up, grab my mason jar, fill that thing with ice, because I'm using a wide mouth giant thing, this guy. Yeah, I can hold it with both my hands and just love it. Okay, so back to this little process that I'm doing here, just to make my delicious drink that I thoroughly enjoy throughout the day. So here we go. Yes, we are now adding ice and cooling that down. After this point, that's when you're filling up your mason jar full of ice. I will then add that to the jar, cool it all down, stir it all up. It's really a fun clinking. Almost, I feel like my jar is cheering. Yay, yay. All the little ice cubes are jumping around, cooling off that matcha. And at this point, I will now, once I feel the beverage is nice and cool, that's when I now add my vanilla extract. Also play around with those. Some days I only want 1 spoonful. Other days I'm feeling a little adventurous and I'm just gonna, and I don't mind if it just runs over. Let it runneth over. I don't mind. I love it. It just adds an extra beauty. It really brings out and enhances different flavors. I don't know. I can't explain it. Try it. Tell me what you think of it. After I give this another fun, after the ice cubes start cheering again because they're getting all stirred up in there, I will now pull out oat milk. My oat milk brands vary. This is just what I happened to grab. I was a little low. It's what the closest store had to me on hand. So oat milks vary depending on availability. Here we go with some of our oat milk. And this is when my little hand mixer comes into play. And this is that final touch, that really gives you that coffee house feel. And, as a barista, it was something that really made my heart smile when someone enjoyed a beverage that I created. And if I can do that for other people, it's about time I start doing it for myself, right? I don't know what's been up with that. Why haven't I been as good to myself as I am to other people that cross my paths in life? Something as simple as making them an awesome latte, or when I was bartending back in the day, a kick-ass martini. I do make myself really good drinks, but I've not been doing this on this level for myself. And it just feels really good to add this final touch, which is your frothed up oat milk. And then that deliciousness gets poured right on top. And, it's been a while since I started filming, so we are right about here, and my frothiness is already gone, but that doesn't change how delicious my drink is, and doesn't stop me from drinking it. And if I want to add more frothies, who's to say I won't just go get a little more oat milk and froth that up and give it another touch. I give this little, it's not, I guess it is a tutorial, but not a tutorial. I just wanted to talk to you about the process that I use to create the new beverage that is bringing me some nice mental clarity, some focus. I'm still able to sleep well. I am not even sad at the fact that I broke up with coffee. The ice cubes are cheering. See, they're happy. Like, we're happy. I hope you're happy. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of my journey on my healing journey to my bodysuit, which is progressing very well. And if you haven't checked out the latest video on that, that's because I don't have one up yet. I'm about to go do that really soon. I'm going to go ahead and film that here shortly after this. I'm going to go take a break, catch up with a friend. Another one. I'm telling you, it's a really good day for friends. That's why I wanted to see you. So I thought we should hang out and have a matcha together. I mean, that's what friends do, right? Thank you so much for joining me, for being a part of my journey and taking this little sneak peek into a little practice that is now definitely a part of my daily life. I will keep you updated on, I don't know, if I start to see any weight loss, my skin getting better, which I just feel better. I feel like I do look a little better sometimes, but I think it's just me feeling better. I kind of, in one of my later videos, past videos, I talked about trying to get back on my yoga routine, and I kind of got really busy and wasn't able to do that. And I'm starting to feel like that there's a connection there. When you feel good, you feel like doing something. And I guess that's our new goal, right? Let's just try to feel good so we feel like doing the next thing. And I felt good, and I felt good enough to do the video. I felt like sharing my matcha with you, and I felt like having one with you. And if you decide to try my little method here, please let me know. Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, I am going to start doing more to come on other aspects of my life that make me happy and that make me happy enough to share them with the world. And I appreciate all of you on this YouTube platform for the sweet comments that have come in. And I even appreciate of some of the negative ones. It's helping me. Thank you from across the world. Big love. Thank you again, Germany, for remaining on top. I look forward to seeing you. And one more final thing. As we get closer into discovering more and more fun things to share, if you find something that you're over the moon excited about and that just brings you a bunch of joy, I hope it makes you feel like sharing it with the world too. Cheers, my friends. Thank you for being here with me. Thanks for sharing your time while I share what I love with you. That makes me so happy. I'm here sharing it with the world. Thanks again, you guys. Peace, love, and happiness. Please take care out there. If you could do one thing today, just one, and if it's something as simple as making a drink for you and your friends that makes you feel good, that has a wonderful health benefits, I encourage you to look up the health benefits of matcha. I promise you, you will be surprised. This video isn't going to go into those details because it's not what it's about. It's just kind of about how I create my little beverage a couple times a day. We've created a very strong bond in this time. This is a very serious relationship. I just out here telling the world about the new serious relationship that has begun. Daily matcha. Thanks again, you guys. Love you. Take care. I love this stuff. I know. I don't know where that came from. Ice Cube's cheering. Yay! Bring matcha in your life so they can cheer for you too. Oh, you make me happy, guys. Thanks. Also, this isn't about my nails. I know I don't keep up with it, so please don't leave me comments about how I need to go fix them. I don't give two shits about them. It was a thing on one of my other platforms, so yeah, I don't care. They can be chipped. I cannot. I can have one thing missing. Just saying. Don't be mean. If you're mean, I know you're not happy.